The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry hornets overhead, casting jagged shadows across the locker-lined hallway of Lincoln High. Alex Harper slammed his locker shut, heart pounding from the anonymous note clutched in his fist. "You're next. Watch your back." But it wasn't the threat that froze his blood. It was the single word scrawled at the bottom in familiar, loopy handwriting. "Faggot." He knew that script. It belonged to Jamie, the boy who'd whispered, "I love you," just last week under the bleachers. Alex's sneakers squeaked on the linoleum as he bolted toward the bathroom, breath ragged, the note crumpling in his grip. The school felt like a trap now, every face a potential enemy, every corner hiding a blade. He burst through the door, retching into the sink, but the mirror reflected not just his pale, freckled face but the ghost of betrayal. Jamie's green eyes, that crooked smile, the way his hand had felt warm and safe in Alex's during their stolen moments. He splashed cold water on his face, forcing steady breaths, but his mind raced. Jamie? No way. They'd been inseparable since freshman year, bonding over shared sketches in art class, late-night texts about coming-out fears, and that electric first kiss at the summer fair. Jamie had been his anchor in this sea of sideways glances and whispered slurs from the jocks. But the handwriting, it matched the doodles on Jamie's backpack, the notes passed in history. Alex's phone buzzed, a text from Jamie. "Hey babe, meet me after practice? Miss you." His stomach twisted. Was it a lure? Or genuine? He typed back a quick sure, then deleted the note's photo he'd snapped, evidence burning like acid in his chest. Pushing out into the hall, Alex scanned the crowd. Kids laughed in clusters, oblivious, but paranoia clawed at him. He spotted Tyler, his best friend since middle school, leaning against a vending machine with that perpetual smirk. Tyler was straight, loud about it, but he'd punched a bully once for calling Alex a slur. "Yo, Harp," Tyler called, tossing him a soda. "You look like you saw a ghost. What's up?" Alex hesitated, the note heavy in his pocket. Tyler was solid, but even he didn't know everything about Jamie. "Just, rough day," Alex muttered, forcing a grin. They walked to class together, Tyler rambling about the upcoming game, but Alex's eyes darted to every shadow. In English, as Ms. Rivera droned on about symbolism in The Great Gatsby, he zoned out, doodling hit lists in his notebook, names crossed out, his own circled in red. What if this was bigger? A prank? Or real hate, the kind that ended in blood? The bell rang, jolting him. He grabbed his bag, weaving through the throng toward the art room, his sanctuary. But as he turned the corner, he nearly collided with a group of seniors. Brody, the quarterback with a history of locker room taunts, and his crew. Brody's eyes narrowed, a smirk curling. "Watch it, queer," he sneered, shoulder-checking Alex hard enough to spin him. Laughter erupted, knives in Alex's gut. He bit his tongue, tasting copper, and kept moving. No scene. Not today. In the art room, empty except for the smell of paint and clay, Alex slumped at his easel. He pulled out his sketch pad, charcoal flying across the page. Jamie's face emerging from the strokes, soft jaw, tousled blonde hair. Love and rage warred in his chest. How could he confront this without shattering everything? His phone lit up again. "Jamie. Can't wait. Got something big to tell you." Alex's pulse spiked. Confession? Or trap? Practice ended late, the football field lights cutting through the dusk like searchlights. Alex stiffened, pulling back just enough to search those eyes. Guilt? Fear? Nothing but warmth. "What's this big thing?" he asked, voice steady despite the storm inside. Jamie's expression shifted, excitement flickering. "Come on, walk with me." They slipped behind the equipment shed, the air thick with grass and secrecy. Jamie leaned in, voice low. "I told my mom. About us. She was cool. Hugged me even." His eyes shone. "Alex, this could be real now. No more hiding." Alex's world tilted. Relief crashed against doubt, the note screaming in his pocket. He wanted to believe, to meld into that kiss Jamie offered, but the words, "you're next," echoed. "That's amazing," he managed, throat tight. "Jamie, I." A rustle in the bushes. They froze. Footsteps crunched gravel, Brody and two others emerging, beers in hand, eyes gleaming with malice. Well, Brody drawled, voice slurred. "Lovebirds. This what you do after lights out?" Jamie's arm tightened around Alex protectively. "Back off, man. We're just talking. Brody laughed, cold. Talking? Like how you talk about him in the locker room, Kessler? Or write those lists? He stepped closer, breath sour. Heard your little secrets out. Freak. Alex's blood ran cold. Lists? Plural? Jamie's face drained of color. What the hell are you? Brody shoved Jamie hard, sending him stumbling into Alex. Fists clenched. Alex surged forward, but Jamie yanked him back. Don't. Not worth it. The group circled, taunts flying, pansy, disgusting, until a coach's shout scattered them into the night. Shaking, they retreated to Jamie's truck, silence heavy. What was that about lists? Alex finally whispered, heart hammering. Jamie gripped the wheel, knuckles white. I don't know. Rumors. Ignore them. But his voice cracked, eyes avoiding Alex's. Doubt festered like a wound. That night, alone in his room, posters of indie bands curling at the edges, Alex unfolded the note again. Under the lamp, the handwriting mocked him. He Googled school hit lists, stomach churning at stories of violence, suicides, lives upended by hate. Tears blurred the ink. By dawn, resolve hardened. He'd find the truth, even if it destroyed them. Monday blurred into a haze of whispers. Tyler cornered him at lunch. Dude, you okay? Saw you with Kessler Friday. And Brody's been mouthing off. Alex shrugged it off, but Tyler's brow furrowed. Look, if something's up, spill. I'm your guy. Alex almost did, showed the note, confessed the handwriting. But Jamie's text buzzed. Love you. Lunch together. Loyalty won. They met in the stairwell, Jamie's kiss desperate, like he sensed the fracture. Ignore Brody, he said. He's jealous. Of us. But jealousy didn't explain the note. After school, Alex tailed Jamie to the parking lot, hiding behind a minivan. Jamie met Brody by the dumpsters, words low and urgent. Alex strained to hear, that can't back out now? List's already out. Laughter, dark. Then Jamie glanced around, guilty, and drove off. Betrayal hit like a freight train. Alex's vision tunneled. He confronted Tyler that evening over pizza at the arcade. The note slapped on the table amid flickering neon. It's Jamie, he choked. He's behind it. Tyler's eyes widened. Whoa, you sure? He scanned the paper, whistling low. Handwriting does look like his. But, why? You two are solid. Was? Alex corrected, voice breaking. I thought he was different. My person. Tears came hot. Tyler's awkward pat on his back the only anchor. Tuesday brought escalation. Graffiti bloomed on Alex's locker. Die, fag. The principal called an assembly, stern warnings about bullying, but Alex saw the smirks. In the crowd, Jamie's eyes met his, pleading, confused. Alex looked away, ice in his veins. After, Jamie cornered him. Babe, what's wrong? You've been ghosting. Hurt laced his words. Alex's fists balled. The note. The list. Your handwriting, Jamie. Don't lie. Jamie's face crumpled. What? I didn't. He reached out, but Alex jerked back. Alex, please. It's not me. Saw you with Brody. Talking lists. Venom spilled. We're done. Jamie recoiled like slapped. You think I'd hurt you? After everything. Tears welled. I love you, idiot. But Alex walked away, the hallway stretching endless, heart a shattered mosaic. Days bled into isolation. Tyler became his shadow, dragging him to movies, forcing laughs. But nightmares plagued Alex. Knives, Jamie's face twisting into Brody's sneer. Then, the list surfaced online, anonymous post on the school's shady forum. Names, threats, Alex is at the top, photo attached from last year's yearbook. Panic rippled through the school. Cops came, questions flew. Alex's parents, liberal but clueless, hugged him tight, promising safety. We're proud of you, son, Dad said, for being brave. But fear not. Who else was targeted? Sarah, the trans girl in drama. Miguel, the quiet-by kid. In the chaos, Jamie vanished. Sick days, rumors of fights. Alex ignored the voicemails, the flowers left on his porch. Until Tyler burst in one night, breathless. Dude, you gotta hear this. Hacked the forum IP. It's Brody's home connection. But wait, Jamie was there that night. They were planning something. Alex's world spun. What? Prank gone wrong? Or cover? Tyler's face darkened. Confront him. For real. Under a stormy sky, Alex waited at the old mill by the river, wind whipping his jacket. Jamie arrived, soaked, eyes wild. You came. Explain, Alex demanded, voice steel. Jamie exhaled shakily. Brody cornered me weeks ago. Knew about us. From a text I left open. Blackmailed me. Said he'd out me to the team, ruin my scholarship, unless I fed him info. On you. On others. He sank to his knees, rain mixing with tears. The list was his idea. Fun targets. I wrote your name to throw him off. Make it look random. Stupid. I thought I could control it. Alex staggered back. You used me as bait? To protect us. I was going to tip you off, but then. Sobs racked him. I love you too much to lose you. But I did anyway. Lightning cracked, illuminating the fracture. Alex's mind reeled, twists upon twists. Blackmail? Sacrifice? Or lie? Prove it, he whispered. Jamie pulled out his phone, hands trembling, dialing Brody on speaker. It's over, he said when the line connected. I'm telling everything. The list, the threats, all you. Brody's laugh chilled. Too late, Kessler. Already sent the pics. To everyone. Click. The dam broke. Alex lunged, grabbing Jamie's collar. You idiot. Why didn't you tell me? Fear, Jamie gasped. Of losing you. Of being weak. They collapsed together, rain pounding, truths spilling like floodwaters. Alex's anger cracked, revealing the love beneath. Raw, resilient. We fight this. Together. But dawn brought hell. Screenshots flooded inboxes. Alex's face plastered with slurs. The school erupted. Protests. Allies emerging from shadows. Sarah linked arms with Alex in the hall, Miguel nodding solidarity. Even Tyler rallied a petition. Brody denied it all, but Jamie's confession to the principal cracked the case wide. Cops hauled him in, evidence mounting. In the aftermath, Jamie faced suspension, his scholarship teetering, but Alex stood by him at the hearing, hand in his. He's a victim too, Alex testified, voice steady. Hate makes monsters of us all. Weeks later, under healing skies, they sat on the bleachers, scars fading. I almost lost you, Jamie murmured, fingers laced with Alex's. You did, Alex said softly. But love's not fragile. It's the fight after. As stars pricked the dusk, Alex sketched them, two figures entwined, unbreakable. The list was ash, but their story? Just beginning. The assembly hall thrummed with uneasy murmurs, the air thick with the scent of polished wood and teenage anxiety. Principal Hargrove stood at the podium, her voice amplified but cracking under the weight of the moment. This hit list is not a joke. It's a crime. We've identified suspects, and counseling is available for anyone affected. Her eyes swept the room, lingering on Alex, who sat rigid in the third row, Jamie's empty seat a void beside him. Alex's phone vibrated silently. Mom. Home soon? Dinner's ready. Love you. He pocketed it, unclenching his jaw. The assembly dragged, platitudes about tolerance clashing with the raw fear knotting his gut. When it ended, the exodus was chaotic, kids clustering in defensive packs. Sarah found him first, her dark braids swinging as she hugged him fiercely. We're in this together, okay? No one's alone. Miguel hovered nearby, fiddling with his backpack strap, his usual quiet amplified. Yeah, if you need anything. His voice was soft, accented from his family's move from Mexico last year. Alex nodded, gratitude swelling. These were the threads holding him. Unexpected allies in a world quick to unravel. But as they dispersed, Brody's crew lingered by the doors, eyes like daggers. One, a hulking kid named Derek, mouthed freak as Alex passed. Tyler stepped up, chest out. Say it louder, coward. Derek backed off, but the venom lingered. Outside, the autumn sun slanted low, painting the parking lot in gold. Alex waited for Tyler's beat-up Civic, scanning for Jamie's truck. Nothing. A pang hit. Miss him, despite everything. Tyler pulled up, bass thumping from the speakers. Hop in, hero. Ice cream run. My treat. They cruised to Dairy Queen, windows down, wind whipping secrets away. Over mint chip cones, Tyler probed gently. So, spill on Kessler. You really buying his story? Alex licked drips from his thumb, staring at the horizon where cornfields met sky. I want to. He sounded. Broken. Like me. Memories flooded. Lazy afternoons in Jamie's basement, sketching superheroes with queer twists, Jamie's laughter warm against his neck. But trust shattered glass. Ty? Sharp edges everywhere. Tyler nodded, wise beyond his 17 years. Then test it. Small steps. See if he bleeds for you. Back home, Alex's neighborhood sprawled quiet, suburban bliss masking the cracks. His house, a two-story colonial with a basketball hoop Dad never used, welcomed him with the smell of meatloaf. Mom, a high school counselor herself, enveloped him in a hug that smelled of lavender. Rough day, honey? He collapsed at the kitchen table, the weight spilling out. The assembly, the lingering stares, Jamie's absence. Mom listened, eyes soft but sharp, jotting notes like it was a session. You're strong, Alex. But strength isn't solo. Lean on us. Dad arrived later, Ty loosened from his accounting gig, clapping Alex's shoulder. Proud of you, kid. For speaking up. They ate in companionable silence, forks scraping plates, normalcy a balm. Night fell, stars winking through his skylight. Alex scrolled Jamie's Instagram. Post frozen on that fair kiss, now tainted. A new DM popped. Jamie. Can't sleep. Thinking of you. Forgive me. Attached, a sketch. Their hands intertwined. Thorns weaving through fingers but blooming roses at the join. Alex's chest ached. He typed, deleted, typed again. Prove it tomorrow. Library lunch. Send. Sleep came fitful, dreams of lists unfurling like serpents. Morning light filtered through blinds, birdsong mocking the knot in his stomach. School loomed, a battlefield. He arrived early, staking claim to his locker with fresh stickers, rainbow flags, subtle defiance. Whispers followed him to homeroom, but he held his head high, channeling the fire Sarah had ignited. In bio, dissecting frogs with gloved hands, his mind wandered to Jamie. What if Brody struck back? A note slipped under his lab bench. Tick-tock. No signature, but the scrawl twisted his gut. He palmed it, focus shattering. Lunch beckoned. The library a neutral ground amid dusty tomes and humming fluorescence. Alex claimed a corner table, heart drumming. Minutes ticked. 10, 20. Doubt crept. Then, the door creaked. Jamie slipping in like a shadow, tray laden with contraband fries. He slid into the seat opposite, eyes ringed with fatigue, blonde hair unkempt. Hey. Voice rough, tentative. Alex met his gaze, stealing. You came. Wouldn't miss it. Jamie pushed the fries forward. Peace offering. Extra salt, your way. Small gesture, but it cracked the ice. They ate in silence first, the crunch loud in the hush. Then words tumbled. Jamie's nights alone, replaying the mill confession, the terror of losing Alex forever. I was scared, babe. Of him, of me. But mostly, of a world without you. Alex traced the table's grain, vulnerability rising. I get fear. Lived it since I knew I liked boys. But you should have trusted me back. He slid the new note across. This came today. Jamie's face paled as he read. Brody. Has to be. Fury flashed. I'm done hiding. We go to the cops. Together. Hope flickered, fragile. Together, Alex echoed. Afternoon classes blurred, alliance forged. After bell, they met Tyler at the flagpole, a triad against the storm. Tyler sized Jamie up, nod grudging. Don't screw this man. He's gold. Jamie swallowed. I know. They drove to the station in Tyler's car, small-town PD squat and unassuming. Detective Ruiz, a no-nonsense Latino with a badge gleaming, took their statements, the notes bagged as evidence. This escalates quick, she warned. Stay vigilant. No heroics. Outside, dusk purpled the sky. Jamie's hand found Alex's, squeeze firm. Feels real now. Us against them. Alex leaned in, foreheads touching. Yeah, it does. But night whispered warnings. At home, scrolling news, Alex found a forum thread exploding. Lincoln High hate. Who's next? Posts speculated, fingers pointing at Brody's circle. One anonymous, Kessler's in on it. Saw him write the list. Alex's blood chilled. Proof? Or poison? He texted Jamie. Thread says you wrote it. Evidence. Dots danced, then, photoshopped crap. I'll handle. Unease lingered. Wednesday dawned gray, rain pattering windows. School buzzed with rumors, assembly fallout fresh. In the hall, Sarah pulled Alex aside. Heard about the cops. Brave. But watch your back. Brody's suspended, but his buddies aren't. Miguel added, Shia. We started a GSA meeting after school. Join. Warmth spread. Count me in. Art class offered escape. Charcoal yielding to Jamie's profile, now with shadows of doubt etched in. Ms. Ellis, their eccentric teacher with paint-splattered overalls, paused. Powerful Alex. What's the story? Trust, he said simply. Breaking. Mending. She nodded wise. Art's therapy. Keep going. After the GSA huddle in the auditorium, folding chairs in a circle, 15 kids, faces a mosaic of nerves and resolve. Sarah facilitated, voice steady. Share if you want. No judgment. Stories poured. Miguel's family disowning whispers. A girl's first crush shattered by conversion camp threats. Alex spoke last, voice cracking on the list, Jamie's role. Nods rippled, support tangible. Jamie arrived late, slipping in quietly, earning wary glances but no outright rejection. Post-meeting, they walked the empty halls, echoes soft. That was something, Jamie said. Seeing you're not alone. Never were, Alex replied. Just forgot. At the doors, a shadow loomed. Derek, alone, eyes feral. Traitors, he spat, lunging at Jamie. Alex shoved between, adrenaline surging. Back off. Derek swung wild, fist grazing Alex's cheek, fire blooming. Jamie tackled him, grapples tumbling to the floor. Shouts echoed, a janitor bursting in, separating them. Cops called again, Derek cuffed, snarling threats. In the principal's office, ice on Alex's swelling jaw, Jamie's knuckles bloodied. Hargrove sighed. This ends now. Zero tolerance. Later, in Jamie's truck, parked at the river's edge, silence healed. You protected me, Jamie whispered, thumb tracing Alex's bruise. Team, Alex said, leaning into him. Kiss soft, tentative, reclaiming ground. But phones buzzed. Tyler. Emergency. Forums got pics, from inside school. You too. Kissing. Violation hit. Stolen moments weaponized. Rage boiled. Brody, they chorused. Storm brewing. They vowed war. Not vengeance, but justice. Allies mobilized. Sarah drafting a school-wide email. Miguel's tech-savvy cousin tracing uploads. Tyler scouted Brody's house, spotting Derek's car. Friday, under clearing skies, the plan coalesced. Infiltrate the party Brody was throwing, suspended or not. Lure him out. Record confession. Risky, Ruiz had warned, but kids' impatience burned. Alex's heart raced as they approached the bonfire-lit backyard, music thumping. Bodies swayed, red cups sloshing. Brody held court by the flames, king of chaos. Jamie tensed beside Alex, hand linked hidden. Ready? In. They melted into the crowd, laughs feigned. Sarah flirted distraction with a cheerleader. Miguel manned the phone for live feed. Tyler cornered a tipsy lackey, probing loose lips. Then, Brody spotted them, sneer curling. Kessler, brought your pet. Jamie stepped forward, voice ice. We need to talk. Alone. Brody laughed, following to the garage shadows. Alex tailed, hidden, phone recording. What, fairy? Come to beg. End it, Jamie said. The pics, the threats. Or I spill everything to Ruiz. Brody's face twisted. You think you can? I own you. That list. My masterpiece. Your handwriting sealed it. Click. Gold. They burst out, Ruiz waiting, tip from an anonymous ally. Cuffs snapped, Brody's empire crumbling in shouts and sobs. Aftermath washed clean. Charges filed, school transformed, mandatory workshops, GSA funded. Alex and Jamie, scarred but whole, walked hand in hand to prom, suits sharp, heads high. Twists had forged them, love the anvil. In quiet nights, sketches piled, futures unbound. Betrayal's shadow faded, dawn's promise bright. Prom night glittered like a fever dream. The gym transformed into a starlit wonderland of twinkling lights and balloon arches. Alex adjusted his tie in the mirror at home, the deep blue silk a nod to Jamie's eyes. Mom fussed over his lapel flower, eyes misty. My handsome boy, go conquer the world. Dad snapped photos, flash popping. Remember, son, dance like no one's watching. But if they are, give him hell. Laughter eased the knot in Alex's chest. The scandal had receded, weeks blurring into tentative normalcy, but echoes lingered. Counseling sessions, news interviews, the weight of eyes. Tonight, though, was reclamation. Jamie's truck rumbled up, horn-honking jaunty. He emerged in charcoal slacks and vest, hair slicked just so, a corsage dangling from his wrist. "For you," he said, pinning it to Alex's jacket with careful fingers. "Blue for us." They drove windows down, radio crooning indie anthems, the town unfolding in neon streaks. At school, the lot brimmed with arriving couples, dresses swirling like petals. Tyler waited by the entrance, arm around his date, Lena, a sharp-witted debater who joined the fray post-scandal. Looking sharp, lovebirds, he teased, fist-bumping Jamie. "Don't trip on the slow dance." Inside, bass pulsed, bodies swaying under disco balls. Sarah twirled past in emerald silk, Miguel her gallant partner in a borrowed tux, both beaming. "Group pick," she commanded, herding them to the backdrop. Flashes captured the moment, smiles genuine, shoulders touching, a family forged in fire. On the floor, Jamie pulled Alex close, hands warm at his waist. "This is ours," he murmured over Ed Sheeran's croon. "No lists, no lies." Alex melted, cheek to Jamie's. "Just us." The world narrowed, heartbeats sinking, breaths mingling. Around them, allies danced free, a trans couple stealing kisses, Miguel laughing loud, Tyler spinning Lena dizzy. But midway, a shadow crossed, Brody's absence a ghost, his crew scattered or reformed. Whispers reached Alex, Derek expelled, others in juvie programs. Justice, bittersweet. Halfway through, Punch spiked lightly. They retreated to the balcony for air. Stars wheeled overhead, the river murmuring below. Jamie leaned on the rail, vulnerability cracking his poise. "Sometimes I wake up, thinking it's all a dream. That you'll vanish." Alex covered his hand. "Not going anywhere. We earned this." A soft gasp from the door. Ms. Ellis, chaperone duty's calling. "Beautiful," she said, eyes twinkling. "Art in motion." Back inside, the crowning. King and Queen announced, Sarah and her date cheering as crowns descended. Alex clapped loud, joy pure. Midnight neared, slow songs weaving spells. As 1,000 years swelled, Jamie dropped to one knee. Not proposal, but promise. "Alex Harper, will you build forever with me? No more secrets." Tears pricked. "Yes, 1,000 times." The gym erupted in whoops, Tyler Wolf whistling. They kissed under lights, applause thundering, a declaration. At the after party in Tyler's basement, pizza boxes and glow sticks. They collapsed in a heap, stories spilling. "Remember the mill?" Sarah laughed. "Dramatic as hell." Miguel nodded. "Turned us all into activists." Dawn crept, goodbyes lingering. Jamie drove Alex home, parking under the oak. "Summer's coming. Road trip? Just us." "Deal." Kiss lingering, sweet. But Monday brought curveball, a letter in Alex's locker, crisp envelope, no stamp. Inside, typed words. The list wasn't Brody's only game. "Watch the ones you trust." And signed, but a doodle, thorned rose, Jamie's motif. Chill spidered. Paranoia reignited. He showed Tyler at lunch, brow furrowed. Copycat. Or deeper. Jamie, arriving late, paled at the sight. Not again. Suspicion flickered, unbidden. Alex quashed it, but seeds planted. That week, unease simmered. GSA meetings swelled, new faces sharing scars, a non-binary kid from the next town, run out by family, an ace student enduring fix-it jokes. Alex facilitated, voice steady, but his eyes scanned for threats. Art class yielded a new piece, a fractured mirror, reflections holding hands across shards. Ms. Ellis entered it in a regional show, Queer Visions, without asking, a quiet honor. Jamie threw himself into track, sprints channeling guilt. Evenings, they studied at the library, knees brushing under tables. But the letter haunted, Alex catching Jamie's glances, guilty or worried. One night, storm raging, power flickering, Alex confessed over phone. "That doodle. Yours." Silence stretched. "I sketched it once. For you. After the mill. Hurt laced. You doubt me still?" "Not you." Alex lied. "The world." Reassurance flowed, but cracks widened. Climax brewed at the art exhibit opening. Downtown gallery buzzing with locals, critics in berets. Alex's mirror gleamed under spots. Title plate. Mended. Jamie stood proud beside him, arm loose around waist, ignoring stares. Mayor gave a speech, tolerance pledge, nod to Lincoln's bravery. Applause polite, but a heckler shouted from back, propaganda. Security ushered him out, but venom stuck. Post-reception, walking river path, Jamie halted. Alex, talk to me. The distance. It's killing. Words burst. The letter, the doubt, the fear of another twist. Jamie listened, then pulled a journal from his bag. Pages filled with letters, unsent, pouring love and regret. Read them. All of me. Alex did, under porch light, tears salting ink. I'm sorry. Scared of losing this. Jamie cupped his face. Then hold tighter. Summer unfurled golden. Road trip in a borrowed van. Playlists eclectic. Stops at diners and dunes. Lake Michigan's waves lapped secrets. Campfires crackled confessions. In a tent under Milky Way, whispers wove dreams. College together, art majors, advocacy lives. But home pulled, senior year looming. Fall crisp, school reinvigorated. Rainbow crosswalks painted, ally training mandatory. Tyler dated Lena seriously, Miguel outed confidently to cheers. Yet, the letter's shadow persisted. Anonymous tips to Ruiz yielded nothing, dead end. Alex buried it, focusing on Jamie's warmth, GSA's growth. Thanksgiving brought family, Jamie's mom, now fierce advocate, hosting a potluck with Alex's parents. Tables groaned with turkey and pie, toasts to resilience. To chosen family, Dad raised glass. Winter holidays twinkled, ice skating on the pond, Jamie's glides pulling Alex along. New Year's, under fireworks, resolutions sealed with kiss, grow together. Spring bloomed defiant. Prom redux for juniors, but they volunteered as chaperones, guiding shy freshmen. Sarah crowned again, Miguel DJing. Graduation dawned sweltering, caps tossed skyward. Speeches lauded, Alex's on unity drawing tears. Diplomas in hand, futures beckoned, joint acceptance to state uni, dorms adjacent. But epilogue twist. Months later, college orientation, a package arrived, journal matching Jamie's, filled with forged letters, Cinder, the real traitor. Inside, clues pointing to Tyler. Alex's world reeled anew. Confrontation in the quad, Tyler's face ashen. It was me. The letters. To protect you, from Brody's reach. Thought Jamie was weak, might crack again. Betrayal, layered. Forgiveness hard-won. Tyler's apology raw. Feared losing you to him. Stupid. Layers peeled, truths bared. Alex mediated, bonds reforged stronger. Jamie hugged Tyler fierce. Family sticks. In the end, love wasn't linear. Twists, thorns, triumphs. Alex's final sketch, a tapestry, threads intertwined, unbreakable. College life hit like a whirlwind. The campus a sprawling beast of ivy-clad buildings and quad frisbee games. Alex and Jamie hauled boxes into their adjacent dorms, laughter echoing off cinder block walls as posters unrolled, band art, pride flags, that mended mirror print framed proudly. Home, Jamie declared, flopping on the bare mattress, pulling Alex down with him. Orientation week buzzed. Mixers, syllabi stacks, names blurring in a sea of fresh faces. Alex's art program kicked off with a sketch crawl, charcoal flying across urban decay. Jamie, undeclared but leaning psych, audited a lit class, quoting Whitman over late-night ramen. But the package's ghost lingered, Tyler's confession a fresh scar. Texts flew south, Tyler's at community college, Lena by his side. Miss you idiots. Don't ghost. Alex replied quick, but trust's rebuild was slow bricks. First weeks, they carved routines. Coffee runs at dawn, study sessions in the union, hands brushing under tables. A queer alliance meeting drew them, 40 strong, stories echoing high schools, but amplified, diverse. I'm non-binary. A sophomore shared, voice quaking. Alex nodded, sharing his list nightmare, Jamie squeezing his knee. Classes challenged. Alex's figure drawing exposed vulnerabilities, models' poses stirring memories of Jamie's form in sunlight. Critiques stung, too sentimental, a prof noted, but growth bloomed. Midterms loomed, stress fraying edges. One night, rain lashing windows, Jamie paced Alex's room, exam anxiety spilling. What if I bomb? What if I'm not enough? Alex tugged him close, murmurs soothing. You're everything. To me. Kiss deepened, comfort turning tender, boundaries respected in the quiet. Tyler visited weekend, road trip north, burgers, and bad movies. Awkward at first, hugs stiff, but beers loosened tongues. I was a dick, Tyler admitted, eyes on fire pit flames back home. Jealous, maybe, of your certainty. Jamie clapped his back. We all fumble. Forgiven. Lena added, sharp, boys. Learn or burn. Fall deepened, leaves carpeting paths. Homecoming drew them back to Lincoln. GSA alumni panel, Sarah moderating. Miguel now out and proud, dating a barista. The gym, once battlefield, hosted a mixer. Rainbow lights, no lists in sight. Panel questions probed. How do you survive? Alex fielded, voice steady. Allies. Love. And calling out the dark. Post-event, old mill revisit. Now a peace spot. Plaque commemorating the scandal's turn. They stood silent, hands linked, healing tangible. Thanksgiving split them, Alex to suburbs, Jamie to his mom's farm. FaceTime bridged, turkey carvings, pie fights virtual. Miss your laugh, Jamie said, screen glowing. Winter break reunited, snow blanketing campus. Sledding on dorm hills, cocoa steam rising. They dreamed aloud. Gallery shows for Alex, therapy path for Jamie. Help kids like us, he said. Break cycles. New year, resolutions, vulnerability daily. A joint tattoo, tiny rose, thorns included, sealed it, needles buzzing in a campus parlor. Spring semester intensified, Alex's thesis brewing, a series on fractured identities. Jamie declared, psych electives diving into trauma. Alliance protests erupted, campus hate speech rally, signs waving, love wins. They marched arm in arm, chants rhythmic. A counter-protester shoved Jamie. Alex shielded, security swarming. Bruises faded, bonds solidified. Summer internship split. Alex at a queer arts collective in the city, Jamie volunteering at a youth center. Weekends bridged by trains, stories swapped over falafel. Met a kid today, Jamie shared. Like mini-me. Scared, but sparking. Alex nodded. Painted a mural, rainbows in ruins. Fall senior year dawned ambitious. Elections buzzed, alliance co-presidents, them running unopposed. Campaign posters. Mend, don't break. Midterms crushed, but they emerged, pizza-fueled. A party followed, bass thumping, bodies close. Jamie pulled Alex to a corner, eyes intense. Marry me? Someday. Heart soared. Someday. Promise. But twist shadowed. An email from Anonymous. Clipped article, high school era, about a rival list unsolved. Sender, your story's not over. Look closer at home. Paranoia prickled. Alex dug, archives yielding nothing. Jamie dismissed. Ghosts. Ignore. Yet doubt nibbled. During a break, visiting Tyler. Now engaged to Lena, baby on way. Alex probed casual. Ever hear of another list? Back then, Tyler frowned. Beer midway. Nah. What? Old news. But seed planted. Alliance presidency weighed. Events planned, speakers booked. A trans activist talk drew crowds, Q&A electric. Post, a student lingered, wide-eyed freshman, Eli. Your story. Save me. Came out last week. Tears pricked. Proud of you. Jamie's center work deepened. Group therapy, kids sharing shames. One night, he came home drained, collapsing in Alex's arms. A boy today. Attempted. Because of a list at his school. Rage and sorrow mingled. We fight harder. They did, petitioning state reps, op-eds in the paper. Media sniffed. Local news feature, from hit list to heroes. Fame's glare awkward. Interviews, photo ops. A radio host probed. Regrets? Jamie, only not sooner. Graduation loomed. Theses submitted. Alex's show, threads, mirrors evolved. Tapestries interactive. Opening night, gallery packed, critics nodding. Jamie's pride shone, toast raised. To my muse. Tears flowed. Post-reception, rooftop under stars. Rings exchanged, simple bands. Engraved, unbreakable. Summer postgrad, cross-country drive, then loaded with canvases. Stops at national parks, sketches piling. In Yellowstone, geysers erupting, Jamie knelt for real. Alex forever? Yes. Rings slid, vows whispered to winds. But return brought sting. Eli, the freshman, missing, note. Can't anymore. Alliance mobilized, search parties, posters wheat-pasted. Heartbreak fueled resolve. They found him, bridge edge, Jamie talking him down. I've been there. Hold on. Crisis averted, Eli in care. Eli's recovery sparked a podcast, unlisted, stories of survival. Episodes viral, invites pouring. Years folded, Jamie therapist, Alex gallery curator. Wedding small, River Mill venue, Tyler best man. To twist that tie tighter. Vows echoed. Through lists and lies, I choose you. Honeymoon in the Keys, sunsets painting promises. Back, life wove. House in the burbs, dog named Sketch. Garden of roses, thorny, blooming. Twists came. Jamie's book deal on youth trauma. Alex's mural commissions. A call. Eli, now advocate. You started this. Full circle. In quiet eves, sketches of their life. Lines converging, endless. Marriage settled like a well-worn jacket. Comfortable, yet charged with the thrill of permanence. Their home, a fixer-upper Victorian on the edge of town, creaked with character. Creaky floors, bay windows framing the river. Alex turned the attic studio into a chaos of easels and pigments, while Jamie claimed the den for client files and that worn leather couch where dreams were unpacked. First anniversary crept up, marked by a weekend at the mill, picnic under the plaque, now weathered, in memory of resilience. They read old journals, laughing at earnest scrawls, toasting with cheap champagne. To more twists, Jamie quipped, clinking glasses. Alex's career bloomed, a solo exhibit in the city, entwined, portraits of queer couples, strokes capturing quiet intimacies. Critics raved. Harper Kessler's gaze pierces the veil of prejudice. Sales funded renovations. A mural in the foyer, their hands intertwined across walls. Jamie's practice grew, specializing in LGBTQ+ youth. Waiting room stocked with Alliance stickers and his own illustrated pamphlets. Referrals poured from the center, stories heavy but hopeful. Evenings, he'd debrief over stir-fry. Girl today, 16, disowned. But she smiled. First time. Alex listened, sketching idly, faces emerging from steam. Your magic. Podcast unlisted hit milestones. 100th episode, live from a Pride Fest. Guests ranged, survivors, allies, even a reformed bully's tale. Tyler guested, voice gruff. I was the villain once. Learned late. Lena, with toddler in tow, co-hosted segments on allyship. Family expanded. Visits to Lincoln, Sarah's wedding where Alex officiated, Miguel's gallery opening featuring Alex's piece. But life layered challenges. A client crisis pulled Jamie late, suicide watch, hospital vigil. Alex paced empty rooms, worry gnawing, painting feverishly, storm clouds over clasped hands. Dawn brought Jamie home, hollow-eyed. He's stable, but close. Collapse into embrace, sobs muffled. I can't save them all. No one can, Alex murmured. But you try. That's enough. Therapy for them followed, couple sessions, unpacking scars. The list haunts, Jamie admitted. Fear I'll fail you. Alex squeezed his hand. You haven't. Won't. Summer brought travel, Alliance conference in D.C., panels on policy. They lobbied, anti-bullying bills, hearts pounding in marble halls. A senator shook hands. Your voices matter. Back, Pride Month exploded. Flowed in the parade, rainbows rioting. Eli, now co-host, rode with them, megaphone blaring, love loud. Post-parade, after-party throbbed, dancing till dawn, bodies free. Jamie pulled Alex aside, eyes sparkling. Adopt. Heart stuttered. Yes. Process began. Classes, home studies, weights endless. Papers piled, hopes fragile. A match came, twin boys, 4, from foster care, brown curls and wary eyes. Finn and Theo, social worker said. First night, house alive with giggles, bedtime stories stumbling. Jamie read The Giving Tree, voice cracking. Alex sketched their sleepy faces, love swelling. Parenting twisted routines, playdates, tantrums, preschool runs. Alex freelanced murals, community centers, schools with safe space pledges. Jamie balanced caseload, storytime his anchor. Twist struck, Finn's school, a whispered slur overheard. Like Daddy? He asked, innocent. Rage simmered, but action followed. Parent meeting, Alex presenting on history's hurts. Principal nodded. Change is coming. Theo's curiosity bloomed, drawing rainbows, asking why hate. Jamie fielded gentle. Some scared of different. We teach love. Anniversaries stacked. 5th, Hawaii hike. Waves crashing, vows renewed. 10th, vow renewal at Mill. Kids flower tossing, Tyler officiating. Still crazy after all these years. Career peaks. Jamie's book, Silent Lists, bestseller, TED Talk viral. Alex's documentary, podcast visuals, Sundance nod. But shadows crept. A client relapse. Jamie blaming himself, nights sleepless. Alex held vigils, whispers, "You're human. Enough." Eli's wedding. To a poet, ceremony poetic. Alex walked him, tears blurring. Full circle, Eli said. Grandkids came early. Tyler's Lena Jr., towhead terror. Playgrounds rang with chaos, stories swapped. Aging graced. Grays threading Jamie's blonde, laugh lines etching Alex's eyes. Retirement loomed, gallery directorship for Alex, consultancy for Jamie. Final twist. High school reunion, Lincoln calling. Gym festooned, faces softened by years. Speeches lauded. You changed us. Brody appeared, graying, humbled, parole complete. Apology private, ruined lives. Including mine. Handshake tentative, forgiveness Alex's gift. Dance floor, Jamie twirling Alex slow. Best plot twist. You. Alex breathed. Legacy lived. Murals citywide. Center named Harper Kessler House. Kids grown. Finn activist. Theo artist. Carrying torches. In twilight years, porch rockers creaking. Hands veined but linked. They watched sunsets. Wrote our story, Jamie murmured. Alex smiled. Best one yet. Fade to stars. Threads eternal. Legacy wasn't linear. It looped, echoing in unexpected calls and yellowed clippings. Finn, now 22, texted from D.C. Landed the internship, Justice Department. Your stories fueled this. Theo, in Paris Atelier, emailed sketches. Parisian streets queered, rainbows arching over cafes. Pride swelled, mingled with ache. Them gone, nests empty. Alex and Jamie volunteered at the center, story hours for wide-eyed tots. Once, there was a list. Jamie began, voices hushed. But love tore it up. Post-sessions, walks home, arms looped. Missed the chaos, Alex admitted. Jamie chuckled. Me too. But this, us, it's the quiet win. Tyler's clan grew. Grandkids tumbling. Lena's empire of bakeries franchised. Visits chaotic. Pie fights. Fort builds. You two started the fire. Tyler said. Beer raised at barbecues. We just keep it lit. Sarah's nonprofit thrived. Miguel's exhibits international. Reunions dotted calendar. Mill picnics. Alliance galas. Eli's unlisted network spanned states. Pods of survivors. Health nipped. Jamie's knee. Tracks toll. Surgery under fluorescent. Alex held hand through rehab. Sketches of determined strides. Warrior, he teased. Alex's eyes faltered. Canvases blurring. Jamie read aloud. Old favorites. Voices weaving comfort. See? Still clear. Travel slowed. Train to Chicago. Exhibit of threads, retrospective. Crowds younger. Inspirations nodding. Your mended mirror? My tattoo. Book tour for Jamie's sequel. Echoed lists. Cities blurring. Alex tagged, signing prints. QN as intimate. Secret to lasting? Truth. And forgiveness, Jamie said, glance Alex's way. Twist revisited. Anonymous donation to Center. Million, source veiled. Investigation revealed. Brody, reformed, tech fortune funneled quietly. Note enclosed. Paying forward. Grateful. Forgiveness deepened, layers peeled. Holidays evolved. Kids home, tables groaning. Stories circled. The note, the mill, dances under stars. Grandkids wide-eyed, villains real. Once, Finn said. But heroes win. Winters warmed with fireside jams. Jamie guitar strumming folk. Alex harmonica wheezing. Neighbors joined, queer chorus swelling. Spring, a diagnosis, Jamie's heart, irregular. Consults, meds, monitors beeping. Alex's world narrowed. Meals prepped, appointments mapped. Scared, he whispered nights. Jamie cupped cheek. Of leaving you unfinished. Never. Vows renewed bedside, rings kissed. Rallies persisted. Pride speeches, Jamie's voice gravel but gold. Love's the list we all make. Names saved, hearts held. Summer, remission danced. Hikes gentle, rivers dipped toes. Fall, leaves turning, they planned. One more road trip. Van packed, playlist eternal. Southwest canyons, echoes vast. At Grand Canyon rim, sunset gilding, Jamie knelt playful. Still yes. Always. Laughter wind whipped. Winter gripped, snow soft. Christmas, family flood. Finn's partner, Theo's bow, ties brewed. Gifts unwrapped. Custom sketchbook from Theo, policy draft from Finn. New Year, quiet. Just them, countdown on TV, kiss at midnight. Best year, Jamie murmured. But spring stole breath. Collapse at center, ambulance wailing. Hospital stark, machine symphony. Kids flew in, hands clasped circle. Last words, Jamie's rasp, wrote the perfect ending. Love you infinite. Alex shattered, world grayscale. Funeral riverbank, mill view. Eulogies flowing. Eli's he mended us. Tyler's brother eternal. Grief tsunami. Canvases blank, walks solo. Alliance held him. Sarah's casseroles, Miguel's art therapy. Months crawled, colors seeping back. Exhibit, Jamie's lines, sketches of him, life captured. Opening, tears and toasts, to the trusted most. Finn and Theo anchored. Dinners, stories retold. Dad'd say keep drawing, Theo urged. Grandkids visited. Tell Grandpa's tale? Alex did, voice steadying. Book followed. The list I kept. Their love, unvarnished. Years layered. Center expansions, scholarships in Jamie's name. Pride floats honored. Rainbows his palette. Alex remarried? No. Heart full. Echoes enough. Evenings, porch solo but not. Wind whispered Jamie's laugh. Final sketch. Tapestry complete. Threads all. Twists. Loves. Legacies woven. Fade gentle. Story eternal.